This could be part of the reason that Mahito was able to summon his domain with such little experience, as Jujutsu is an art of subtraction, so by adding an additional hand sign, the ability got easier to create. Next we have Megumi's domain expansion, Chimera Shadow Garden. This domain is a pseudo-barrierless domain, as Megumi has to use environmental walls in the place of a barrier in order to cast it, so technically it is an incomplete domain, but we're still going to talk about it. Chimera Shadow Garden floods an area with the shadows from the 10 shadow techniques. This shadow can be used for a multitude of purposes, but the main one is summoning Shikigami. The user can also create shadow versions of themselves with the fluid and amplify their cursed energy to deceive opponents. But where this ability gets really wild is the manga. During the Shibuya incident, it is shown that the shadows from this domain can be used to poke holes in the barriers of other domains. This requires a huge amount of concentration and cursed energy, but it creates an escape route and prevents the activation of the sure hit effect from the other domain. Later in the manga, during Megumi's fight with Reggie Star, we see yet another aspect of this domain. The weight of any items Megumi has in the shadows must be bared by him while the domain is open. It is also during this fight that we learn that the shadows themselves are basically an endless abyss in which non-users of the technique can drown. To be honest, it's kind of hard to tell how much of this is just 10 shadows and how much is restricted to just the domain. Kinda shows just how flexible this technique is.